certain foods before your workout can make you feel full of energy, stronger, and it can highly improve your performance. But eating the wrong foods can make you feel sick, sluggish, weak, and can definitely end up ruining your workout. Even though everyone is different, some of us with stronger digestive systems than others, there are still some broad categories of foods that are more likely to create problems like indigestion, acid reflux, and negative effects on your energy levels. So today I want to go over these foods that you want to be careful of having before your workout. And one of the worst things that you can eat before your workout is greasy, high-fat food. This includes foods like cheeseburgers, potato chips, and foods high in dressings or mayo, like potato salad, for example. But it's not limited to only unhealthy foods. Even high-fat foods like avocados can cause problems for many people if consumed before a workout. These kinds of high-fat foods require a lot of time to digest. That's because fat slows down the digestion process, including something known as gastric emptying, which is essentially how long it takes for food to leave your stomach. If you're working out with a full stomach, it can make you feel sick, uncomfortable, nauseous, and most of all, tired. When you eat a really filling high-fat meal, what you'll usually notice is that your energy levels will go down and you may even start to feel sleepy. This is because a lot of your energy gets diverted to digesting that high-fat meal that you ate, and it's very hard to be active at the same time that your body is working hard to break down dietary fat. It's also true that the more fat that you have in your meal, the longer that meal will typically take to digest. Now, if you're someone that has a strong, healthy digestive system, it might be enough to just wait 1 or 2 hours before your workout. But for others, it can take much longer. So this is definitely not something that you want to have directly before your workout. You're better off positioning your high-fat meals at other times of the day. Another food group that can be problematic for some people is cruciferous vegetables. This is actually a very common mistake that many people make because vegetables are considered a healthy choice. So it would make sense to have vegetables before your workout, right? Well, not exactly. Even though you can eat certain kinds of vegetables that won't give you a problem, you want to look out for cruciferous vegetables during your pre-workout meal. These include vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Even though they're very healthy and more often than not they should be part of your diet, they are also very high in fiber and difficult to digest. Specifically, cruciferous vegetables contain a sugar known as raffinose, which will stay undigested until the bacteria in your gut ferments it. Unfortunately, this fermentation process produces gas and makes you feel bloated. This can be very uncomfortable, especially if you're doing a cardio-based workout where you're bouncing up and down a lot, like if you're jogging or even if you're doing burpees, for example. For the same reasons that you don't want to have cruciferous vegetables before your workout, you'll probably also be better off avoiding beans and legumes. This includes the products that are made from them, like hummus, for example. Beans and legumes contain sugar and fiber that's difficult for our bodies to digest. For example, just 1 cup of cooked beans provides about 15 grams of fiber. That's about half the total recommended amount of fiber that you should be having in a day. Now, make no mistake, fiber is very healthy for you and it can help you lose weight. Fiber is necessary for your bowel movements to work optimally. It helps prevent constipation and helps you feel full. But the issue is that fiber from beans gets passed on to the large intestine, where it's digested by healthy bacteria, and that process can lead to gastrointestinal discomfort like gas, bloating, and flatulence. Another broad category of foods that you want to limit before your workout are foods that are likely to cause acid reflux and heartburn. Citrus juices like orange juice can create a lot of problems for many people due to the acidity. Some people can experience heartburn from drinking or eating limes, lemons, and grapefruits as well. Tomatoes and tomato juices are also closely linked to heartburn. This category includes sauces and soups that are made with tomatoes like marinara sauce, tomato soup, and even ketchup. Again, a small amount of ketchup may not affect you at all. Meanwhile, it can trigger heartburn for others, especially while working out. Another one that could potentially create heartburn is chocolate. Chocolate is a combination of fat, caffeine, and cacao. I've already mentioned that fatty foods before a workout aren't a good idea, but cacao happens to be acidic, which can lead to heartburn during a workout as well. Next is dairy, especially high-fat dairy like whole milk and cheese. Many sources of dairy in general are digested slowly, even if they're fat-free. Milk also undergoes a unique digestion process when it enters your stomach. Your stomach will use gastric acid and enzymes that break down protein to digest the milk. This makes proteins in the milk unravel, and it expands the milk into a thick, partially solid substance. So this makes having a big bowl of milk and cereal not necessarily the best pre-workout choice. Not only will it sit in your stomach for a while, but it may also take some time before you realize just how full you are from the milk essentially expanding in your stomach over time. A small amount of milk used in something like a protein shake won't really create a problem before your workout, but having a lot of dairy definitely can. Also, about 68% of the world is lactose intolerant, and many people don't even realize that they have a lactose intolerance. If you are one of those people, dairy can create all kinds of other digestive distress that you don't want to be dealing with during your workout. Another thing that you definitely want to avoid before a workout is alcohol. Obviously, over-consuming alcohol can disrupt your balance, coordination, and it can increase your pain threshold. This is a perfect combination for an injury if you decide to work out after drinking alcohol. However, aside from that, alcohol also stimulates a lot of acid production in your stomach. While doing this, it also relaxes the sphincter valve. This is a muscle that opens and then closes to prevent the food and acid in your stomach from coming back up. So if the sphincter valve is relaxed and you have a lot of acid in your stomach, there's a good chance that you'll experience acid reflux during and after your workout. Alcohol also slows fat loss and makes it harder to gain muscle mass, so you definitely don't want to position alcohol anywhere near your workouts. Now let's move on to fried and processed foods. Foods like French fries, fried chicken, and onion rings definitely don't help with your performance during your workout. Fried foods in general are tough on your stomach. They'll take much longer to digest, which will weigh you down and make you feel tired. Processed ingredients that are found in many foods can also lead to the same lethargic effect, as well as heartburn. So not only are these foods bad for your waistline, but they're also some of the worst things you can eat before your workout. Next is a food that most of you, I'm hoping, aren't having, but it's still worth pointing out that raw eggs before a workout are not a good idea. This is a long-standing myth popularized by Hollywood movies where people were made to believe that raw eggs could help you build muscle faster than cooked eggs. But the truth is that you actually end up taking in less protein from raw eggs than you do with cooked eggs. Your body will be able to absorb around 90% of the protein found in cooked eggs, whether they're sunny side up, scrambled, or over easy. However, if you have them raw, you'll only be able to absorb about 50% of that protein. This also doesn't factor in major digestion issues that can come up after drinking raw eggs, and it doesn't factor salmonella into the equation, which for a 50% absorption rate, it makes no sense to risk getting salmonella. Finally, last but not least, you'll want to avoid pastries, desserts, and other foods that are high in refined sugar. Things like donuts, cake, and cookies will usually contain a lot of butter, cream, or chocolate in addition to the sugar. All of these are not ideal to have before your workout. They contain high amounts of refined flour and sugar, which isn't going to give you the long-lasting energy that you're looking for. Foods that are very high in sugar typically will raise blood glucose levels faster than slower digesting carbohydrates, and that boost doesn't last for very long. That's why many times you may feel ready to take a nap not long after having dessert. There are much better options for healthy pre-workout carbs that can give you far more energy that's consistent and doesn't hurt your waistline. So those are 10 food groups that you may want to limit or avoid entirely before a workout. Remember, since everyone is different, someone might have an issue with eating any of these before a workout, while someone else can eat all of them with far fewer side effects. So if you're currently having one or more of these foods before your workout and you've noticed some negative effects on how you feel at the gym, then try taking it out and see if it improves your workouts. So that about wraps it up. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel.